Back at it again, Cigar Spencer. You know what time it is. It's time for the next edition of the Top 100 East Texas Players of 2023. If this is not your first time here, you know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to speak to y'all. If this is your first time, you'll figure it out. We are talking number 50, the top 50. Number 50 through 41 today. And with no further ado, let's get into it. At number 50, a safety/wide receiver from Kilgore, Texas, a two-time member of this list, the Lamar signee, Zen Stokes. And Stoker is just an absolute constant mainstay in this defensive backfield for Kilgore. A guy that you can't throw it up around him. He's going to catch any and every easy pick there is to catch. He had 10 as a junior, came back with 6 this year as a senior. Like I said, the Lamar signee, the dude is a D1 player for sure. He did it on both sides of the ball, both as receiver and safety, and he's a guy that is he's a guy that you need to watch out for. He's a guy you got to watch out for at Lamar to see what he's going to do next in his career. But a two-time member of this list coming in here for the top 50 at number 50, the senior, Jaylen Stoker. At number 49, one of the most talented players on this list, a guy that started at both running back and safety for Palestine this year, Jon Denman. And Jon Denman is a monster, dude. When you look at him, he's got the size, speed, strength, and the ability to break tackles, run through contact, and he just kind of was a menace whenever he ran the football. Wasn't the starter that had Crawford out there that started for them in that split back, but sometimes you would see Jon Denman take the direct snap, and he would go right up the pipe with it and go yard against Jasper, like you saw in that highlight. Very good balance, can break off and runs, and can finish it, can hit the home run, can go from 50 deep, which is what you need. At safety, he's a hard hitter. He is a ball hawk, a guy that can catch the ball. He only had one interception, but he went up and got the one pick that he did have. Over 49 tackles for Palestine this year. A guy that did it on both sides. I think he's a tailback, and I think he's one of the best in East Texas. Coming in here at number 49, Jon Denman. At number 48, a two-time member of this list, last year's number 100, I believe, Kendall Allen shoots up a lot of spots to get here at number 48. Kendall Allen, the singer from Chapel Hill, big-time ball player, a guy that's really tough to block. Not really a penetrator. He was more of a run stopper in his with over 100. He had 121 tackles and just 4 sacks. But that really wasn't his game. His game was kind of a run stopper, control the line of scrimmage, and then converted into a pass rush later on. More so Trevor Brooks was really the guy that got after the passer there in Chapel Hill. But nonetheless, Kendall Allen is a mainstay on that defensive line. A really big reason why they got to the state championship game, because you really couldn't run it up and down on Kilgore because of that beast and menace wearing number 90 out there. At number 48, the senior from Chapel Hill, Kendall Allen. At number 47, a junior linebacker who was a district newcomer last year and now probably the MVP, 125 tackles for Clayton Ingram. Clayton Ingram was a monster for Carthage this year. He can do it all, man. He can rush the passer. He can blitz when he sees holes open up through the line of scrimmage, and he can absolutely destroy ball carriers when he gets the opportunity to. Clayton Ingram is a dog and a monster. A pick 6 there, as you see there against Canan. A guy that can do it all, and very, very excited to see what he brings back for his senior year out at Carthage. Of course, Carthage finally lost in the playoffs, it seems like, and not that I was rooting for him, but they finally lost in the playoffs, and there's something new for them to be hungry about in the offseason. And with guys and players like Colt Hodges and Clayton Ingram coming back, you better believe Carthage is going to be on fire coming out in 2024. At number 47, Clayton Ingram. At number 46, a senior running back from Pleasant Grove, Jaylen Boardley. Jaylen Boardley is an Arkansas State commit after being committed to Oklahoma State to play outside linebacker. He's going to go to Arkansas State and play running back there. And when you see him, he can do it all, man. He's a big old dude, man. He's probably about 5'11", 6 foot, 215 to 20 pounds. Physical runner, has the speed to hit the home run, but really he's going to make it do by just running that ball inside those tackles and being a guy that can hit it for the home run. You see he has a little kickoff return ability in there. Can't take that kickback all the way to the crib. It's just a monster, man. When you just see this guy playing, you saw him make that vicious hit on the sideline. He's a guy that can line up wide, catch the ball. He's just a knack of many trades, and he's the guy that can get the job done. A very, very good athlete, and probably he is a two-time member of this list. And I almost think he's a 3-time member, but he's definitely a 2-time member of this list. Coming in here at number 46, Jaylen Boardley. At number 45, an explosive receiver from Gilmer, Texas, Tate. Just a monster. Really solid hands. Great release off the line of scrimmage. Just did opponents in all year long. He's a guy that you can count on making plays for you in the kickoff return game. Also out wide at receiver. So many countless passes he caught this year. The team's leading receiver out there, and just very explosive. And was a guy that was something to watch this summer. I didn't know his name, so I didn't make my top 10. I definitely saw him out there at 707. He's a monster in the beats, and he's a guy that can definitely play. Coming in here at number 45, Tate. At number 44, one of the more sound linebackers in East Texas, the Canan Seing. Really enjoyed his sophomore tape in 2022. Thought he was an incredible player. And then his junior year, he just upped everything. He upped the speed, he upped the physicality, he upped the knowledge of the game. He was meeting people in the holes. He's defeating blocks. A very good player on it, and I think one of the best players on that Tyler team. Probably the best defender on the team for sure. He had 102 tackles, 2 for him for loss, a couple of sacks, and a fumble force. Nothing that just screams, like really explosive player because the tackles for loss aren't as high. But when you just watch him play sound football in the middle of that Tyler High defense, they're not asking him to blitz. They're not asking him to make tackles behind the line of scrimmage. They're asking their defensive linemen to eat up gaps and for him to roam. And he's one of the best in East Texas, averaging 10.2 tackles a game. The Canan Seing was all over the place for the Tyler High lines. One of my favorite to watch, one of the best ones to watch on tape throughout the year for Tyler. And I think he's a really good football player. Not sure where, when the offense is going to start pouring in for this guy, but whoever gets the Canan Seing is getting one hell of a football player. Coming in at number 44, the junior from Tyler, the Canan Seing. At number 43, Mr. Do-It-All, Cole Watson, the guy that starts at quarterback and linebacker from Tatum. He had 1,100 rushing yards, 1,000 passing yards, 90 tackles on defense, and 26 total touchdowns, including his pick 6, along with his rushing and passing total. Cole Watson is one of the best players probably in East Texas history. Not going to be remembered because he didn't really win a state title like that, but when you just talk about a guy that can play football. As a sophomore, of course, he was a first-team All-Stater at Wascom. Comes over with his coach over to Tatum with Coach Keeling. Of course, he didn't really elevate the winning there to a super-duper high level, but they did first outright district title in a long time for Tatum, even though we won district in 2018, just to let y'all know we had a share of it. But first outright title in district for Tatum, led basically by this guy. 12-game season for Tatum. He missed the last 2 from an injury, but just a guy that leaves it all out there on the field. A very sound and very solid football player. Headed to La Tech as a linebacker, Cole Watson. At number 42, a senior defensive end from Tyler Legacy, TCU commit Travis Jackson. And Travis, man, we'll talk about a football player. And the scheme doesn't allow, and that was the thing for his partner that went to Alabama and Renaud last year. Their scheme defensively doesn't allow for them to just go crazy on the defensive line and pass rush. They're usually playing 4 tech, 5 techs in that odd scheme. They're usually getting double teamed. He's usually getting double teamed by the guard and tackle or chipped or something like that. But his job is to eat up linemen so that Brooks Gallagher and other linebackers can make all of the tackles. 69 tackles, 11 of them for loss, 4 sacks, 2 fumbles forced, 4 fumble recoveries, 2 fumble recoveries. He's really an explosive player. He's really a 4-down defensive lineman, defensive end type guy. So that bodes well for him at TCU if they keep the same scheme that they've been keeping running the last couple of years. He's a guy that can play the 5 tech on the next level and a guy that can get after the passer, I believe. Like I said, the scheme kind of held him back just a little bit, but scheme don't hold back players on this list. As long as you can play, we got you. And coming in here at number 42, Travis Jackson. And at number 41, senior quarterback from Lindale, Clint Thurman. Man, talk about a football player who had a hell of a season. Didn't win the state title, but man, this guy here is as good as advertised and as good as anybody in East Texas. 2,064 rushing yards, 1,807 passing yards, 49 total touchdowns. Oh man, from a guy that touches the ball every single play out in Lindale. He was the offense this year. They have an incredible offensive line. They had a great running back in Wyatt. But this dude here, Clint Thurman, is the go-go juice. This is the guy that makes it happen for Lindale on offense. And man, oh man, is he a hell of a football player. Almost 50 total touchdowns in one season. The usage and efficiency way high and through the air for Clint Thurman. But nonetheless, he is a football player. He's a dude. I don't know if he's going to play college ball, but man, oh man, did he have a hell of a season in his senior year for Lindale. As tough as they come running the football, it is not an easy tackle. Can't judge a book by its cover. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do anything to you just by looking at him. But man, this dude can run through you, around you, by you, however he needs to. He's a hell of a football player, and he lands here at number 41, Clint Thurman.